Alright, so in case you guys weren't in the presentation, my name is James Donahue. I am a sophomore transfer student here. I am majoring in physiology, minoring in chemistry. I hope to do the medical school here, pre-med. I live in the far tower over there on the 7th floor in the Honors LLC. If you guys have any questions at any point through the tour, you guys can just raise your hand, yell at me, give me a stop, and I'll answer them as best as I can. All right?
Sounds
so
good.
This building right here is the student service building. It has 4 floors. Each floor has different things. It has admissions, it has counseling, it has your job department too. If you're looking for an on-campus or off-campus job, they'll help you out there too. It also has your register office, your bursar building, so you'll pay here. This is pretty much your one-stop need for all your student services. So, this building was actually created last year, so it's one of the newest buildings on campus. It used to be across the hall. All the offices used to be kind of tightly packed, but now they got this new building. So here's the front view of the student center. The student center in the country that doesn't have a hotel attached to it. Some of your bigger schools have a hotel attached to it in case parents come or come to stay. It's 4 floors or 4 levels. It has a lower level and 3 upper levels. There's a lot of food in there too. There's Starbucks, McDonald's, Sbarro, Subway, Chick-fil-A. The food here though you actually have to pay for. You can pay for it with your debit dog, which is your ID, but you can put your money on your ID, which is how you pay for laundry and stuff. This is what your student ID will look like. We recommend that you tape your picture. It's a little inside tip, because they swipe it so much and they're constantly rubbing it. So they'll rub your picture off and then you have to pay to get a new one. So here's a little tip. Tape your picture so then it stays intact so they can see what you look like. I learned that one the hard way. But you can put money on here. Your parents can put money on here. You just go to the Saluki Net. So I'll go on Saluki Net. I'll take my debit card or my credit card, and just say I'll put like $100 on there. That'll do me for laundry. They have each washing machine and dryer on your floor in your building. So to do laundry, it's $1 a load for washing and drying. So you use your ID for that. You can use your ID in the town of Carbondale. So say I wanted to go into town to get some food, or I wanted to go to Walmart and get something. You could swipe your ID and use your ID in town. Yeah. So if you don't want
Walmart?
What's that?
Even at Walmart?
Even at Walmart. Or for cool. Like my roommate was a little short on money. He didn't have cash, he didn't have money in his account, but he had like $200 on his ID. So he's like, I really need a haircut, it was getting long. So he went to Sports Clips, and they used his debit card. So,
do you pay to ride the buses to Walmart?
You do not pay, unless you have your ID. If you don't have your ID, it costs $1. So don't lose your ID. Moral of the story. Yes. You swipe your ID and it's free. Another cool thing that on the 2nd level of the student center, they offer movies every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Last night and tonight they have Guardians of the Galaxy.
Thank you.
Starbucks was right here, but it actually just moved over there, so we'll see it. But the movies are $2 for students.
This is where we used to watch our movies. They run at
7 and 10 o'clock. They have a lot of the newer movies, 22 Jump Street when it came out, The Neighbors, Verge. They have all the new movies. So you pay $2 as a student rather than, like for me at home, it was like $10. So it's a really good deal. Also through those doors, which is unfortunately closed because it's a little early, they have a bowling alley and a billiards hall. And Wednesday nights are dollar night. Or, one day my class got canceled and it was my friend's birthday, so we went to shop some pool for like 2 hours. So it's something to get your mind away from classes. On the floor above us, they have all the ballrooms and stuff where they hold various events. Last night they had an event, there was a drag show, they had Rocky Horror Picture Show, and midnight on Halloween. They do some formal, some dances and stuff. So they have a lot of events to get students involved and stuff. There's the bookstore, and we're also going to go into the apparel store. You can get your books through there, as he was talking about. but also all incoming freshmen get a tablet. Unfortunately, I was a transfer student, so I didn't get a tablet. But a tablet can pretty much do anything a laptop can do, and you get your books put on it too, so it saves you a lot of money.
So you only have it your freshman year?
Yeah. They wanted you to kind of go through it like a freshman year. Like if you go through all 4 years with your tablet, you get to keep the tablet.
Okay.
So you have to be a freshman though, or a transfer student, which less than I think it's like 23 credit hours. But I took a lot of credits at community college, overachiever. No, see, I didn't come here freshman year, so yeah, you turn it in after, like, I believe it's during the summer, you turn it in, but then you get the same tablet back next year, and then you do it for all 4 years, and you get to keep the tablet afterwards. So, it's a cool deal. Chick-fil-A, like I said, you use your ID. On the third level of the student center is the radio station, run by students. So students pick the songs, you can call in, get a request, but it's all student run, and it's really cool. So they got the big tower coming up on the upper level. Here's kind of the eating area. For Dog's Night Out, what he was talking about, for like the first night, which I came to with my floor, it was so cool. They had karaoke in here, they had laser tag in one of the ballrooms up there, all free, all run. I didn't do karaoke, I was really scared. One of my friends did, made a complete fool out of himself. Exactly, I still give him crap to this day for it. They had a pillow making station. My pillow did not turn out well. Broke. All the stuffing went everywhere. They had jewelry making station. They have a lot of various events to try and get you involved and kind of branch out and meet new people. It's really cool. Some people that I met on that first night are still my really good friends here. The atmosphere is one of the best things that you know about Southern. Like, people are so friendly. Staff is really friendly. Like, all the people here are really friendly. Like, you heard the other ambassadors talk about how you got that homey feeling. Like, you'll meet friends here and you'll like instantly connect. Like, I didn't know anybody besides the person who was sitting next to me, Jordy. We actually went to high school together. She actually got me involved in ambassador. She drags me along everywhere. But besides her, I met all new people, and literally some of the friendships that I've made so far, I know I'm going to keep. Because everybody's just so friendly. The atmosphere is one of the best parts about Southern. This wall was created by music students. So each one, like I'll just walk to class one day and I'll have like a pen and pretend like I had some skill ability. So lower level of the student center is the craft shop. I also got some eating area too. Here's some of the things created by students. Thank you. There's the Saluki, the mascot. They also have the bike shop down there. So it's a big biking, Saluki spoke. It's a really big biking campus. So one day, I was surprised coming out, my bike back brakes were locked up and my tire was flat. So I brought my bike in. You could fix it yourself, or you could have somebody fix it for you for $5. I worked in a bike shop before, so I fixed it myself. I only had to pay like 25 cents for a new patch. And they gave me all the tools, and I fixed it and was on my way, so it's a really cool thing. They also have a pottery shop downstairs. So for Mother's Day, I'm going to get like a cup of clay, make something. It's like $5. They have all the stations there, so kind of a little homemade thing for Mother's Day. They have a lot of things that they do, like that. They have a craft shop. You can go get involved in that. You can make anything you want. So it's really cool. It's just another option to do too. So this building right here, I'll worry about those stairs there. This building right here is becoming my home. It's Necker's Hall. It is home to the chemistry lab and a lot of your math lessons and calculations are here too. The chemistry labs are just redone, so it's all up to date with safety issues and stuff. So everything's safe, equipment is up to date. Another cool thing about this is it has these tall walls. They don't have any windows. So ROTC will come out in the morning and they will rappel down these walls for practice. So if you do that, you can watch them rappel down. So it's something cool. I don't think they'll let you join, otherwise I would be interested in that, but it's really cool because it's the tallest wall on campus that doesn't have any windows. So another cool fact about Necker's, there's an observatory on the roof. So do you guys remember when we had that blood moon like about a month ago? Yeah. So at 2 a.m. students have nothing better to do with school. I came out with a bunch of people making hot chocolate. We went on the roof and we used one of the big telescopes that they have and we saw the blood moons. And they have events like that. A lot of people came out, people that are students and came from the community too as well. So it was really cool. It was like a family, felt like a community. Drinking hot chocolate, look at the blood moon. They do that for some consolations too, various other activities. It's really cool. Most colleges don't have like an observatory like that. On the other side of Neckers, we have two buildings over there through the trees. That's the engineering building, and next to it is actually the applied science building. Engineering is a really big part of Southern Illinois too. It's one of the big programs here. One of the RSOs for the engineering department is a, forget this, every school. Oh, the Land Rover, I think it's called. The kind of vehicle they drive on the moon. Alright, so they have a group here where they make their own. Alright, and then they kind of compete and race them, I think, with other colleges across the country. Last year, our RSO won the competition and created the best Land Rover. I don't know how, but it's just a cool fact. Right now we're going to enter Thompson Woods. It was donated by the Thompson family, with the only exception that we don't change anything. Thompson family was another kind of big part of Southern, and they love the outdoors, so they donated the woods. The only thing we did change though was we put in these walking paths.
How long ago did the storm come through here?
The storm?
Yeah, I went here in the 70s and it was a lot thicker. And somebody said there was a storm came through here and wiped out 80% of the trees.
Really?
150-mile-an-hour winds. You don't.
It gets really windy here, I'll tell you that. But I don't know about the storm. I never heard about that. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, it is running a little bare. Occasionally when it's warmer out, you'll see them come and play in the trees, trying to get it back to what it was. But you guys see that they don't have lights through these paths. And it gets really dark too. I'm sure you guys saw this sign that was warning people. Safety, it's a college campus, so safety can be an issue. We just recommend that you be careful. You don't walk through these paths at night. You don't know what's out here, you don't know who's out here. If you have to walk through at night, either walk in a group or walk around. They have lighted paths that go around by the buildings, so you don't have to walk through here. Or if you're somewhere and you have to get back to your resident hall or apartment or something, SIU offers Saluki Transit. Saluki Transit is kind of like a free taxi service for students. You can call them up any time of the day, anywhere, and be like, I really need to get home, can come pick me up here, here, here. They'll come pick you up and they'll drop you off for free. It's included in your tuition.
Wow.
So, I mean, they want you to be safe. They want you to come to SIU, get a good degree, and leave in one piece. So, my mom is very protective, so she was happy about that, but it's just a safety thing, and they want you to be safe, so they recommend you walk in groups, walk through the lighted paths, and then during the day you can come out and enjoy the forest. Right over there is Thompson Point. This is West Campus. It has 11 buildings, 3 floors. Each side has 18 rooms. They have a lot of LLCs. Right there is Abbott, that's the engineering LLC. Straight across is Smith, that's the honors. Right through there, I don't know if you can see it by the kind of like a basketball thing. Next to Abbott, that is Lentz Hall, that is the dining hall. So I was talking about, like, you know, I have class in Neckers at 11, organic chemistry, Monday through Wednesday, Friday. So after organic chemistry, I'll come with some people and we'll go to Lentz, we'll eat, and we'll come back and we'll go to class. So that's kind of convenient instead of going all the way to the towers. So your debit dog or your ID works for both dining halls, which is nice.
So what hours are the dining halls open?
Monday through Thursday they are open 7 to 11. Friday they are open 7 to 7. And Saturday they're open 11 to 7. And Sunday they're open 11 to 11. I believe, but I think that's accurate. But so Saturday and Sunday they offer brunch. So Saturday is pancakes, Sunday is French toast. I think people are going to sleep in on the weekend, which most people do, including myself.
Right.
So I won't wake up till like 1 o'clock and be like, all right, breakfast time. And then I'll go get some French toast and some ham. So it's pretty good. This building right here is the ag building. In the ag building, when it's really cold, colder than it is today, and the wind's really bad, I'll kind of just, on the way to Lentz, I'll take a stroll through there. because in there they have a green wall, and there's a wall just strictly of plants. Alright, and they're real plants too. So to keep the plants alive, they have to keep the hallway kind of warm. So when it gets kind of cold, I'll just take a slow stroll through the hallway and kind of warm up. Because they keep it really warm. It's so nice. They also have a lot of greenhouses over here too. They're talking about the off-campus farms. That's how you try to be self-sustainable. So all the farms, which are mainly student-run too. The ag students work on the farms. So all the food and produce is used in the dining halls. And all the leftovers is brought to the farms, like you were saying. I don't know how it works. I'm a pre-med, but I know it's self-sustainable. They also are building classrooms over on the farms too. So they're trying to make it more convenient for the ag students to get them to succeed. Because that is one of the main goals of the state. For the students to succeed. Does anybody know their major, actually?
Spanish linguistics.
Spanish. So you'll be in Feiner. We'll go by that. Special education. What about you guys?
Early childhood education.
What's that?
Early childhood education.
Oh, you're like Kelly. Okay.
Social work.
Computer programming. Okay.
Social work.
Social work. Okay. All interesting. No medical. Is anybody gonna bring a car to campus? Car? Car. Alright. I brought my car. Long trip from Chicago. Really long trip. But it's $110 for the parking permit for the whole year, which is cheaper than my high school. My high school was $150 per semester. It's ridiculous, but it's not that bad of a deal here. It's $110 for the whole semester, and you pretty much guaranteed a parking permit. Before they did like a lottery where you had a chance of getting a parking permit. Now it's pretty much guaranteed. So you'll get a spot, and there's parking by each. The parking by East Campus is a little bit closer, but they do have parking by West Campus, but it's just like a lot over. It's not by the building. That building over there, which is beside the communications building, we'll have a couple prerequisite classes in there, like speech, English. I kind of throw those in all the other buildings as well. But the School of Journalism is over there. Our school paper, the Daily Abduction, is written over there by SIU students majoring in journalism. So that's cool. This building right here is Life Science 3. It's connected to Life Science 2. A fun fact about Life Science 3 is we didn't have a permit to build a whole new building. So Life Science 3 is just an add-on to Life Science 2, but it's only connected by a single hallway. So we kind of skated a fine line there and got a whole new building. Life Science 3 is the same as Life Science 2 setup-wise, except for Life Science 3 is kind of more your research. You won't have any classes in there. If you're doing research, you'll most likely be in that building. Life Science 2 is where the labs are. So your biology lab, your zoology lab, your labs will be in there for like dissection. Or that's the third floor. The second floor is your psychology labs. So I participated in some psychology experiments for my Psych 101 or Psych 102 class. So that's in Life Science 2 as well. But you'll probably use Life Science 2 at some point for your prerequisite classes. Unless you're doing research, which I hope you guys do, you probably won't be in Life Science 3. But it is set up exactly the same as Life Science 2. This building right here, Winninger Hall, it used to be Life Science 1, but then the immigrant family didn't have much money, so got a name after them. Winninger Hall is mainly your first year medical students. They're in the lower level there. Lower level is also the cadaver lab. So if you don't like cadavers, kind of have to dump all in the lower level. One of the president of Saluki Ambassadors was in the lower level one day waiting for class and was actually leaning on a dome. It's like a dome, but they keep the cadaver in. She didn't know it was a cadaver at the time. She was leaning on it. Somebody told her, and she ran out screaming. So just kind of be cautious in there. But they have a big lecture hall in that corner, on that side. So you might have a few of your prerequisite classes in there. Just go through the front. And then you don't go through the lower level. You don't get down. This building right here is Morse Library, named after Dwight Morse, one of the most influential presidents at SIU. He really turned this campus around and made it what it is today. It is 7 floors high and a lower level, so 8 floors total. I wish I had more time, but we kind of started a little bit late. But the lower level has moving bookshelves. Somebody thought I was joking until I actually took them down there to go get a book, and their jaw just dropped. They're like, oh, you're trying to trick me like Harry Potter stuff? No, they actually move. You push a button and it'll move like 7 in a row. So it's really cool. They have a lot of book spots down there. We'll actually go through it. I live in the east. I live by this house. Yeah, that's where most of the population is. Same kind of place. Alright guys, right there through those doors is the University Honors Program. I am a University Honors student. I applied, got accepted. It's really not that hard and it's really beneficial. I recommend you guys all apply. Afterwards, I'm not for open today, but there's an application online where you guys can fill out and get an application. I would totally recommend filling it out. It's not that hard. The classes there are really beneficial, like I said. My class right now that I'm in is called Clockwork Nightmare. It's about the Holocaust and Hitler. It's about how he could use manipulation to control a whole country. We'll stop walking so we get away from them. But each honors class, the goal of it is to open your way to thinking, to broaden your horizon. So thinking about that, it opened my mind psychology-wise to like the way of thinking, how somebody could do something like that. So that was really cool. And all the honors, they have an honors class for pretty much everything. They have ghost stories next semester. They have health communication. They have a variety of classes that you could take. And as the admissions counselor said, each professor fights for that class. So the classes that they teach for honors, they love teaching more than they do their class that they actually got a degree and spent all that money to teach. So the classes are really awesome and the professors love to teach it. The basement is a silent floor. Each floor is either silent, quiet, or collaborative, where you can work with people. The 6th and 7th floor, the setups are like this. It was just opened recently. It either has 2 computers or it has 1 big computer. You could hook up your laptop or your tablet too. There are these, and you can get it onto the computer. So I'm in a lot of hard science and math classes, so I have a lot of study groups during the week. So we'll go to the library, we'll go up on the floors, we'll all sit around the table, we'll pull up our homework, we'll pull up our PowerPoints, our study guides, and we'll study and we'll get our work done. But it's a good way to get like a group study here. And they have a lot of these tables set up on the 6th and 7th floor and down here too as well. So just a lot of means. You just gotta find a study group, find people in your class, and you gotta stick with it. That's the main goal. On the 3rd and 4th floor are also a lot of books. On the 6th floor is the tutor center as well. They have pretty much a tutor for every class. If not, you can get, they offer paid positions for somebody doing well in the class. So for my biology class right now, they're offering a tutor for somebody who's not doing it so well. So I have like an A, so if I wanted to, I could be a tutor and help tutor somebody and I could get paid for it. Fortunately, I don't have time for it, but otherwise I would. But they offer that for, so if you're doing well in the class and somebody's not, sometimes the teacher will be like, oh, would somebody mind being a note taker or a tutor for somebody? So they offer that, just another way for you to be successful. That's on the 6th floor. The 3rd and 4th floor are the study rooms. They're silent, but they have individual rooms, closed doors, so you could go, they have a table set up. You could go in there, you could study. You could have meetings in there for an RSO. They have more bookshelves over there, lots of books. There's a lot of books here. On the 2nd floor is the writing center. Also some tables set up so you can work there, but the writing center. So on math and science, writing is not my forte, so I'm constantly in there getting my papers checked. So just a cool option.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll head back this way. Also, if you want and you're good at writing, unlike myself, you can become you can work in the tutoring center and get paid. So you have to take a certain, like a speech class or a writing English class, and you can actually be a writing tutor and proofread papers and help people write their papers. If you have that type of skill, it'll be awesome. The librarians here are really helpful. They have a librarian for each college. So for my honors class, I have a big PowerPoint coming up, and I needed like a history librarian. So I met with one, and they helped me find all these books because I'm doing a big PowerPoint on the Hitler Youth. So I got over 7 books that they helped me find, and they look it up on the webpage because you can find it on the webpage too, but I wasn't sure how to do it. So we looked them up together, and they went and they showed me exactly how to do it. They're more than helpful. This is good old Abe. As you can see, his nose is a little worn out. If you need good luck, I don't have a test this week, otherwise usually I'll come and I'll rub his nose. I had a test last week, got a B on it because I came and rubbed his nose. So it's just good luck. So if you're feeling down and you need some luck, people come in and rub Abe's nose. Here's one of the
I'm gonna rub his nose.
computer labs. You come in, you go, just come in, you put your ID in your password. All the computers here have Microsoft Office and PowerPoint and Word.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
Alright, so this area right here is kind of like the quad. When it's nice out, which usually it is, people come out here, they'll just chill out here, suck up some sun. I've laid on the rocks before reading a book, so just come out here and chill. A lot of people are out here when it's Monday through Friday, kids are constantly walking back and forth, going to and from class. I don't have time to go around the building, I wish I did, but I'll just point the buildings out and say what's there. That building right over there is kind of like a circular building. It's an octagon. It's Lawson Hall. It has a lot of your lecture halls in there. I have my Psych 102 lecture in there. It has 2 floors. The bottom floor is a bigger lecture hall. It's probably about 115 seats. Seats are never filled. And then the second floor is a little bit smaller lecture halls. They're like classrooms. They probably hold about 30 students. So you have some classrooms in there. I have a few study sessions in there as well. The building next to it is Rain Hall. It is the College of Business. All your business classes will be in there, but no one's a business major. But the cool thing about Rain Hall is it has its own stock ticker, so all the business students use that. Also, SIU gets about $1.5 million to invest in the stock exchange each year, and the students, the business students, are the ones who invest SIU's money. And each year, so it's good hands-on training. And each year we come up on top. We make more than we put in. And all that extra money that we make, we donate to charities. So, it's a cool fact. Next to it is WAM Hall. Not WAM, WAM Hall. In WAM is a lot of your prerequisite classes too. I have speech in there next semester. WAM is also your early education. So I know somebody was early education. Forget who. Early education. Early education, there'll be a lot of classes in there. You're teaching. The early education. A lot of your education majors will be in there. Next to it is Pulliam Hall, which is the clock tower. Pulliam Hall is kind of another classes where they just put classes. I have my anatomy class in there next semester. So classrooms are kind of spread out. They're not really, some classrooms or some buildings don't have a specialty like Rain where it's just business. The clock tower, you guys, it chimes every 15 minutes. During the winter, it plays Christmas music. Hopefully it's after Thanksgiving because you can't play Christmas music until Thanksgiving. But you can hear it chime anywhere on campus except for one place. Where do you guys think that place would be? I can hear it all the way in the towers from my room. I can hear it chime. But you can't hear it one place. In the lower level of it. So underneath the clock tower, you guys can't hear it for some reason. It's really weird. It's a phenomenon, but they didn't make it for that though. It wasn't on purpose. It just happened to be that way. So it's kind of a cool fun fact. Over there for the trees. You guys can kind of see these stone hedges. Known as Stonehenge. It has 11 stones. It was created by one of the sociology professors here. It's really cool to catch it because it serves a purpose. Each stone represents a decision that he made in life, and that led him to where he was today. So it kind of has a deeper meaning, and it's known as Stonehenge. It's really cool. Just go over there, think or chill. We're going to go in Trainer Hall now. This is the liberal arts or the foreign language. So I know there's a speech major. Not speech, Spanish. So you'll be in there a lot. All the foreign language, anthropology. The College of Liberal Arts is there, and the College of Liberal Arts is for undecided majors. So it's the biggest college in campus. So a a lot runs through there. Next to Trainer Hall, the Go Baptist Foundation, it used to be the home of the chancellor and the president. They used to live there. Delight Morris actually used to live there with his wife, but now it is just the like a mail room. All the mail and SIU goes through there. Next to Old Baptist Foundation, in front of it, between Trainer Hall, here's kind of like the little canopy thing, the wooden canopy. There's a Japanese garden. The Japanese garden was created by Delight Morris's wife. She created it as kind of like a symbol to connect our sister school in Japan. So SIU is a sister school in Japan. But it's really peaceful over there. They have a lot of Japanese fish. So a lot of people go over there just to think or read or finally do homework. It's a really cool area and it's really pretty. So if you admire nature and kind of things like that, I'd recommend going through it. For people, I don't know where everyone's from. I know some people said that they were from Chicago. Amtrak is in Carbondale. It's probably about a 30-minute walk. Or you can take one of the buses there depending on the times the bus run. Or if you have somebody on campus who has a car, I'm constantly dropping people off or picking them up. The Amtrak goes north and south. It goes all the way to Union Station in Chicago, or it stops in between, depending on where you live. So a lot of times when I don't feel like driving home, I'll just take the Amtrak. It's really convenient. Here's a sculpture gallery. All these sculptures and art things that you see all over campus were created by students and faculty. So everything was created by somebody at SIU. So SIU has two museums, the North and the South Museum, which is right around there. It talks about the history of SIU, and has a lot of the art exhibits that were created by students and faculty. If your class gets canceled, I'd recommend, or you have free time, I would totally recommend going through there. Really describes the history of SIU, and it's just something unique that you can go see. Get through this section through the building. So if you wanted to go from A to C, you have to actually leave the building to go to the permit. So they're not connected. So it's three sections and it's not connected at all. It was created like that, nobody knew why. Some people said that the building was created during the riot. Some people said it was for that, but it's just a rumor. I don't think it's true. But you guys see how long Painter is? From all the way down there to all the way down here. Feiner is actually the size of the Titanic to the foot. So it's kind of a little fun fact for you. Just puts in perspective of how big it really was. Kind of mind-blowing. But the building right there, Woody Hall, that used to be where all the buildings, or all the offices were for the student service building until that building was created. So now that's home to the disabilities department and the veterans department. So all those offices are running there. This building right here is Outgal, known as the Castle Building. Does anybody know the Castle story for all the college campuses in Illinois? Alright, so the Outgal family wanted to connect 5 college campuses in Illinois to kind of unite them. So Northern, SIU, Western, U of I, and ISU all have a castle building similar to this one.
Oh.
There's a rumor that if you put all the castle buildings together, that it makes a German castle. I don't know if that's true, but it's kind of cool.
Wow.
Outgeld is the oldest building on SIU. First one created, first one built. It is home to the School of Music. Not the College of Music, the School of Music. Which means a lot of the music, like you don't have to be a music major to be a part of the music department. So, since I'm pre-med, if I have any musical ability, which I don't at all, I could come and I could join a music group here. I could join a jazz band, any band, any bands that are essentially perform and practice in here. It's also the second most renovated building on campus. So since the renovation, all the rooms are soundproof. They weren't before, so I don't know how well that worked out. But all the rooms now are soundproof. So, like I know the pep band practices here, jazz band. I'm not really good with music, so I can't really talk about it. But I know a lot of the music groups perform or practice here. And if you want, you could get a group, or you could join a group here. They hold auditions and stuff. So if you played in band at high school, or you could play guitar, or you could do something musical-wise that I can't, you could join a group here. You don't have to be a music major. So it's really cool. All the lockers, though, are for students to keep their instruments in too, which is really convenient instead of having to lug them around all the time. Here's one of the daily Egyptians, the SIU theater. All the opera practices here too. We're going to enter old campus now. It's where all the old buildings, this is where SIU started. It's really cool. It's the history of SIU. Does anyone have any questions right now though? No? So, over here is the old part of campus, Old Main. The building over here, right over there, is Quigley Hall. It has nutrition, fashion design, and architecture. The School of Early College of Architecture is over there. Across the courtyard is Wheeler Hall, which is medical prep. So, for pre-med students like myself, we'll have to go through over there. Across the hall over here is Davies Gymnasium. It used to be the main gym at SIU until we became bigger and we got our own arena and rec center. Physical education teachers, our pep classes are in there, your kinesiology classes are in there, your sports medicine. Also, the women's volleyball team plays there. So, that statue in the middle, though, is Dwight Morris. He's Morris Library, most influential president. Can anybody tell me what's wrong with him, though? His legs are missing. There are rumors why his legs are missing, but I actually know the facts. So there's rumors that he was created that way, which is not true. There's rumors that he sank into the cement, which is also not true. Dwight Morris' statue was made of brass and was created in Berlin, Germany, a long time ago. And kind of brass is expensive metal. On the way here, somebody messed up and cracked his feet, and they cracked off. So instead of replacing him, which would have cost a lot more money, they just left him like that. I hope nobody notices, but I like to point it out. Also right here is a patio. Old Main building used to be here. Old Main building was created, and then it burned down. It was created again, and then it burned down. And then a third time it was created, but then it burned down again. So 3 times, burned down. So then they created a patio here because nobody can burn down a patio yet. This building right here is Chirac Auditorium. Notice how big these doors are? There's a rumor why these doors are so big, but the rumor's not true, but I can point it out anyway. A famous president by the name of William Taft, really big guy, gave a lecture in here once. So they made the doors, oh, it's locked? Oh, no. I've never gave a Saturday visit, but usually it's open and I usually go through there. But it's a big auditorium, it's really pretty. I'm really sad that they can't go in. But it has a huge organ that's kind of up on the 2nd level. It's really pretty. If you guys go during the week, it's open. Totally go in and see it. All the buildings are open during the week. So if you guys come back here during the week, you guys can go and see any of the buildings. They're all open. But Chirac has various groups in here. The theater department puts on their own plays and stuff. SIU has different events there too. I know Blue Man Group performed there, Kanye West. Different artists. They kind of come out and they put on performances. for the students at SIU. They also have lectures too. Do you guys know the movie Lincoln?
Mhm.
The author of the book Lincoln came and gave a lecture here on Abraham Lincoln. So they have different events held here. But it's really pretty inside on them.
That lever is down. Does that matter?
I hope so. Yes.
Real old man story.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the last word that I didn't try.
This is where we did our play.
When Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah. This is where we did that. Yeah. That's why I wanted to come back in here.
You guys can walk in and just go appreciate it. Up on the second level on the right over there is the organ that I love to show. It's really pretty. It's huge. They had to bring it in a lot of pieces. But it's kind of dark, so watch your guys' step. But yeah, right over there is the organ. I wish I could play that. It looks really cool. But you guys can hear that across campus too. But it's really pretty. I like to admire it. Go ahead. Alright. So across the courtyard you guys can kind of see one of the towers. But by the towers across the street is the rec center. Right next to each other, they're connected. The rec center has about 6 gymnasiums for different events. I play volleyball, I'm on the volleyball team as well. They have basketball, they have dodgeball, they have racquetball courts, squash. I don't know the rules for it, but you can go and play that. They also have a rock climbing wall, and they have Olympic-sized swimming pool. I used to swim, so I go there constantly. It's really nice. They have a sauna. The sauna's really cool. So I was feeling sick recently, so yesterday I went to show them the sauna, kind of sweated out in the cold. The health center, though, the health center is state of the art, and it's a $6 copay. And it also has a pharmacy. You can see an ophthalmologist, you can see a PT, you can see a regular physician, you can see, like the admission counselor was saying, you could go get a cast there. It pretty much has anything you need, which is really awesome. This building right here, that one building, it has school of art. So a lot of you are interested in art, you want to take an art class, your art will be in there. Alan was also the first president of SIU. So all these major buildings are named after the kind of founders of SIU. Anthony Hall. Anthony Hall used to be a women's dormitory named after Susan B. Anthony. So it's home to the chancellor's office now. And they're really important people at SIU. So there's 2 reasons why you're going to go in that building. One's a really good reason and one's a really bad reason. So hopefully it's a good reason. SIU ambassadors get to have dinner with the chancellor, which is really cool. This building right here is Parkinson, also one of the founders of SIU. Parkinson Hall is home to geology department. Geology, a lot of rocks. So the walls are fossils and rocks that were found by students and faculty at SIU. I don't know if I remember you mentioned this in their PowerPoint. Oh my god. It's gotta be Saturday. This is so weird, I'm sorry. I've never done a Saturday visit, but apparently all the buildings are closed on Saturday. But it also has Brown Auditorium, which we can see if it's open as well. But Brown Auditorium is the biggest lecture hall in SIU. It's not that big, I think it has like 220 seats. Parkinson's closed too. Alright. But the lecture halls are never filled. The student faculty ratio, like you said, is 15 to 1, which for kind of a big university like this, it's really awesome. So for every 15 students, there's 1 faculty member. Those faculty members are really helpful. I'm in organic chemistry right now, and I made the wonderful decision one day to contract it out as an honors credit. And so I have to do extra work. I got to meet with the professor, which always willing to help. So I just do a little bit more harder, fun work for organic chemistry, which is already really fun. So I meet with the professor, do more work, kind of understand it better. But some students aren't really getting it, and they go in and see them, and all the faculty members are really there to help you. That's what their main goal is for you to succeed. A lot of the classes here, like I went to community college first. Coming here was a really big step. At first I struggled a little bit. The classes were extremely harder, something I weren't used to, the workload, but I kind of dug myself down, put my head in my books, and studied, and I met with all the professors, and they helped me kind of get accustomed to being at a university, because it's really different. So, I mean, they were more than willing to help me, like, become accustomed to a university. They wanted me to be successful, and they wanted to help me out. That's another thing I was talking about, the atmosphere. The atmosphere for the students is also really nice in the residence halls, but it's with the faculty too. The faculty are all really nice and they want you to succeed.
As a transfer student, were you required to take that one class that he was talking about? Yeah.
I actually took it at community college.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, every college has it. The main goal of the class is to be successful and like to show you what you need to succeed. I mean, as a student, I think it's really pointless just because it was really boring and stuff. But, I mean, there's statistics that prove that if you take the class, you're more likely to be successful in college. Yes. Alright. So this is Groundhog Auditorium. It's the biggest lecture hall on campus, and it's never filled.
Thank you.
A lot of times they don't go up after the lecture starts a little bit earlier, so you can kind of look around. This is one of the largest, so. Any questions?
Callie, we could give a lecture in here. What do you want to give a lecture on?
Oh, well, I don't know. What do you want to give a lecture on? Yeah, so this one is the biggest. Boston Hall also has the other one, as well as the two of them on campus. Any questions for me? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones. I had like a science for elementary education in here. Okay. Have you ever had a class in here?
Next semester, I actually have my anatomy lecture in here.
So, like a lot of sciences, because this is the geology department.
Put a timer, and then you'll click your answer, A, B, C, D, or E, and that's how you get attendance points too. And you get good practice questions too. And he's able to show like the answer and see how many people put this. It's all unanimous though, anonymous. So you can't see who put the answer. You can see what percentage of the class put it. So now, like, if he sees like, all right, 75% of the class got it wrong, he'll go over it, he'll explain it, and he'll be like, all right, you guys understand it then. So he'll kind of see where the class is at, and it's for attendance too. So it's really cool.
So you said this is
Did I answer? Sure? Alright. But yeah, you guys, your ID, you get unlimited meals. The one behind it. The one behind it. I don't have that one on the 7th floor. That column here immediately has your athletic groups on the bottom. It has your science LLCs. It has a lot of your science LLCs. That one right there. Tower is 17 floors. Like, I think it was 2 weeks ago, they had like a Harry Potter event where you went, they had dinner, they had the hat, kind of got picked, Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, kind of just, But you meet with your student mates and kind of talk to them, divvy up, hey, I get toilet paper for this week, you get toilet paper for that week.
Things? Yeah. Okay. We'll stop again outside. I know it's kind of cold, but we'll stop again out there. So if anybody has any questions too.
Is this a display room?
Yeah, this is a display room. No one lives in here. It wouldn't be displayed if it was a college student. I know my room's not. Okay. I'm gonna. Were we able to get everybody then? Do we have anybody else out here? All right, cool. Well then we're gonna go back down to the lobby.